Salute, man. Join the Patreon for more people supporting the artwork. Gonna do some more updates on the art and the TikTok in a second. Also follow the YouTube. Got an interview dropping with my man Nicky Woo or St. Nicholas the Deadass. Dope conversation. Hopefully have a lot more of some of the homies on TikTok, man. Just bring them on the podcast. Just chop shit sometimes. You know what I mean? Salute to him and salute to the rest of the Discord homies. But let's touch on this Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb shit, because like more goofiness is coming. I've listened to some goofy ass takes, and I just want this point to be across. Or this point to be made. Twofold. With the Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb situation, Anton Daniels is a Sambo and he is a coon. He sat there and tried to argue that Africans are the reason for transatlantic slavery in black Americans, even though to anyone who studies, any African tribe that was not a Christian nation would be enslaved and colonized. If you said no to the colonizer, you were either killed or enslaved yourself. That's why the Doheny tribe had a lot of flack when they showed them in The Woman is King, because they were a very strong enslaver. And people can feel a way towards that to an extent, just from a history's sake. But to remove the context that these people were themselves enslaved if they said no, is you putting the onus on to black people for their slavery versus the person who perpetuated the system in the first place, because it was before the European, it was a Northern Arab. And that's where they got their system of racial casting from the Northern Arab, who also colonized Africa in the northern region for almost 1,000 years before the Portuguese, Spanish, and other European colonizers. Anton Daniels knows that. He is a coon. That is fully established. But he is also a coon who has to prove his intellectual superiority to people that he can have this type of discourse with. The reason why he said he gives the most smoke to liberal white women is because liberal white women are performative. He cannot have an actual conversation with an intellectual in a black space because him being a Sambo is going to be exposed. And not only a Sambo, but a stupid one. So that's why he's doubling down on how tough he is, because he's always felt challenged by the hood guy, right? The hood guy was a nigga who used to bully him growing up. And I can tell you, as a nigga who used to also feel away by getting bullied by the hood dudes, you have to deal with that at the point. You have to get older to realize you were in high school and you're a grown-ass man now. Anton Daniels about to be in his 50s, still saying, yo, yeah, Corey was scared. Let's just cut the potatoes right now. Anton Daniels was scary, bro. I know a lot of people pretend to be tough and they think, well, if I say let's go outside, it means something. Let me explain y'all something about, like, if you've ever been around somebody who's really about action. When a nigga really want to fight, it don't matter where y'all are. It don't matter what is said or what happens. If I truly feel it's time to rumble, and you're in my face this close, but I uppercutted you. That's why I don't play into, I wish I would have did if you'd have did this to me after the situation's over. Because the situation's already over. And then Anton Daniels made it clear that you were there to provoke him to get this type of reaction. Oh, did a pop shit, when it seemed like Corey was trying to have a conversation with you, but you the one saying smart shit. Then he invited him to your generals to say, well, you could just check me if I'm saying that. Nigga, you knew the moment you said that to him, how you said that, and then you kept doubling down on it. He didn't even bring up apologizing until Corey got in his face. But you're not bossing up on me. He bossed up on you, bro. It's not like you socked the nigga. First of all, let me tell you something, bro. Ain't no grown-ass man about to just stand up on me and walk towards me and I stay seated. The moment Corey would have stood up, if that was really your energy, you would have stood up. But don't be ready. Like when Mark Lamont and Queen Flip got into it, I can say that the Queen Flip is corny as you want. The Queen Flip would have stepped outside. Queen Flip would have walked outside. Let's go outside. Queen Flip would have walked. Queen Flip step outside everybody. I give Queen Flip that. Him and Mark ain't pussy. They went outside. I give him that. The moment one nigga stood up, the other nigga, fuck he standing up for? Like, because to a man who is really about action, you don't get to get in my face and yell at me. Anton, you're pussy too. If you're trying to say that Corey's scared, you're just as pussy. Neither of y'all swung anything. Neither of y'all stepped outdoors to fight. Y'all turned cameras off, seemed like you had a conversation, and then I'll give Corey that. He even said, I'm not trying to have a physical altercation with you. I could tell he was a little salty when you said that to him about the dick sucking shit. And to be fair, you know what I mean? He's not educated enough. He probably didn't really prepare that conversation for y'all to have a conversation. But with that being said, Anton, now you going on this press tour trying to tell niggas how, oh man, I wasn't scared. I don't give a fuck. I knew that nigga was about nothing. You trying to call these other niggas like I pull up to your thing too. Anton, explain something to you, bro. Like, niggas know you're not tough, bro. And the fact that you're going so hard to try to use this as your validation to be like, yeah, nigga, I ain't scared of you niggas. That don't really prove nothing. Because it didn't show you to be tough either. Like, you didn't look tough either, bro. This is what I'm saying with cornballs on the internet. Bro, it's cool to be normal, bro. When I get into it with somebody, they say something smart to me and I don't say nothing about it. I don't be like, man, I should have. I didn't, my nigga. I didn't do nothing. Hold that, bro. Go about your life, my nigga. I got to go home to my family, my wife and kids that day, bro. I could have did this. I didn't, though. So all this, he was shaking and this, that, and third. My nigga, you didn't look that confident either. Because you definitely didn't repeat it when he asked you to. You didn't repeat it. You said that he could have asked you respectfully. And then we called him to turn to calm down. You're not bossing up on me, though. That's what a nigga say that got bossed up on. Like a nigga who got punked. And I'm not doing this to defend Corey Holcomb. He's a raging homophobe. You know what I'm saying? Corey Holcomb do be talking a lot of spicy shit to niggas. And then a nigga came there and talked spicy to you. And at the end of the day, the same way I look at him is a little scary because all that, you can go outside. You really just wanted to create distance. Because again, the moment he'd have got up, you'd have asked him to come outside. You know what I mean? Hold on. Before you bossing up on me, you go out back. Like, men don't perform. Both of them perform for the cameras. And Anton was performing for the cameras. That's why he was saying all that extra shit. But telling Corey that that's for the cameras. You're doing it for the camera too, goofball. Niggas is corny. And I'm talking to my man, Captain America. I'm just replying. I saw him say something to somebody else in respect of Sambo's got to get punched in the face. And somebody told him he's stupid. It is stupid if you're not educated on like black radical tradition that we've always had an issue with Sambo. And that while I don't think that you should just punch people you disagree with, I do feel jive turkey, Sambo ass niggas in the community don't deserve kinship and fellowship, bro, until they stop being Sambos. Yes, an ass whooping might be necessary for some of them. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not saying I wish harm on Anton Daniels just because he a Sambo. I don't wish harm on no black person, right? But if a nigga slapped the shit out of him for cooning, that's really what we're disappointed in. Because Corey, I'm not gonna lie to you. If you was going to do anything, you was supposed to step outside with him. Now, I don't know what happened when the cameras turned off. Because the cameras went off, so we don't know what the conversation was. We don't know how dicey shit got. So, that's why, like, while niggas can look at Corey, say he ain't get up and fight, man, he did offer you to go outside. Anton, you trying to add sauce to it? Like, you was like, it's making you look more pussy. Because if we want to be 100, you did not want to fight neither. You're not fooling anybody. You're on panels talking to niggas. They don't even believe you. Like, they don't believe him. But now you're trying to make it look tougher than how it looked on camera. Because on camera, we give you the credit that, hey, man, he did say go outside. But at the same token, bro, you look like a nigga who don't want to look like he's getting hoed. You don't look like a nigga who's not bothered. A nigga who's not bothered, he'd have came in your face and you'd immediately told him, you're a dick sucker. Like, that's when you're not bothered. Say it again. Dick sucker. Could never been me. Oh, don't say that shit again. Nigga, you suck. Bang. And we outside. I'd have said it walking to the door. like no one believes you, nigga. Stop. And the people who defending it, oh, you just gonna punch people who disagree with you? Nah, I'm gonna punch people who disrespect black people for white people's validation. For black folk who like to be in white men's faces and give more smoke to us about our societal woes, but not talk about the violence in their community or anything else. Racist Sambos and coons got more to say about black people than the communities they're eating dick for. So yes, if a nigga slapped the shit out of them, I'm not saying that that's what I advocate for, but it's not stupid. It's about fucking time. Sambos are too safe. being disrespectful to us in our community, and we give them grace because they're of our community, because we love them. But because they want to turn in their black card, then we need to stop treating them like kinfolk. Because they don't want to be kinfolk, even if they skinfolk. So don't be mad at me that I respect the request.